Okay, today we're going to learn how to add and subtract fractions. So at the top of your paper, I want you to write day 99, adding and subtracting fractions. Okay, so there's two types of adding and subtracting fractions that we're going to learn and talk about. So the first one, let's see, we're going to put like here. Okay, so that's like, and we're going to have adding. So step one, all you have to do is add the numerators together. To the denominator stays the same. And then step 3, when you get your answer, check to make sure it is in simplest form. So if possible, you gotta check my spell on that one, I'm sorry. If possible, simplify. Let's see, where did I write that? Simplify. I'm the worst at spelling today, excuse me. S-I-M-P-L-I F-Y. If possible, simplify with greatest common factor. Now this works as well as for subtracting fractions as well. So we're going to have to add, I'm going to put slash subtract. Adding and okay, so let me give you an example real quickly. One-fourth plus 2/4. Because the denominators are the same, so that's why when it says like, when the denominators are the same or alike, it's very easy. All you have to do is add or subtract. I'm adding because there's the addition sign. 1 plus 2 equals 3. The denominator stays the same. It's step 2. If possible, simplify with GCF. So we talked about GCF. If you need to flip back to your GCF notes, then you can, but we're going to do 3 and 4. I got the 3 from here and the 4 from here. So 1 times 3 equals 3. Does 2 times 3 equal anything? Or 2 times something equal 3? No. So I'm done with that. So 1 and 4. 2 times 2. So as you see, 1 times 4 equals 4. 2 times 2 equals 4. So whatever I have, these two numbers multiplied together are supposed to equal the number at the top. Because all they have in common is 1, that means this is in simplest form. Let me get you another one. see. Trying to get you, we'll do one more. We'll say 1/8 plus 5/8. Because my denominators are the same, step 1, all you have to do is add or subtract. That's 6. The denominator stays the same. So we do not add the denominators together. That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions you guys have when doing this. You cannot add the denominators. You only add the top number. Okay, now if possible, simplify with GCF. So I'm going to do 6 and 8. 1 times 6. Does 2 times something equal 6? Yes. 2 times 3. Does 3 times something equal 6? Yes, 2. And there we're repeating. So we talked about the U. We're done. 1 times 8. 2 times 4. Does 3 times something equal 8? No. 4 times 2 equals 8. And I'm repeating myself, so I'm done. I look and I see what's the greatest number they have in common? 2. So I'm going to divide each one by 2. And that is my answer. It is in simplest form. Now, it is a coincidence. They both have 3/4 as the answer. That was not intended. But I just wanted to show you how the GCF chart works. I'm going to do 2 problems. Let's see. We'll say 7/8 minus, we'll say 3/8. Okay, we are subtracting, but we have common denominators. So 7 minus 3 equals 4. The denominator stays the same. If possible, simplify with GCF. So I'm going to put a 4 here, and then 8 here. 1 times 4, 2 times 2. So 1 times 4 equals 4. 2, it's kind of hard to see, 2 times 2 equals 4. And then I'm repeating myself. 1 times 8, 2 times 4. 3 does not go into 8, and then 4. And as you see, these are the exact same, so you'll start to memorize them. The greatest common number they have, the greatest factor they have in common, well, look here, they both have 2, but that's not the greatest number. And also, it doesn't matter if it's on either side of the line. They both have 4 in common. Okay? It does not matter where it is on this chart. It just has to be on the chart. So I'm going to divide by 4 to the bottom and 4 to the top. 4 divided by 4 equals 1, and 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So that is my answer in simplest form. Okay? So we've done that. I'm about to flip the page, and we are going to add and subtract fractions that are unalike. Okay? So, unlike denominators. Remember, you need to reference back to the notes that we took in class today for some of the things I'm about to be showing you guys. Okay, so step 1. Find your LCM. So you're going to do all your LCM notes, okay? You're going to do that. Then, step 2. Sorry, I'm referencing notes that I had from a few years ago, and I'm trying to simplify them for you. Change your fractions to Gotta look back at my notes because remember I said I misspelled it last night. Always referencing. Okay, EQUIVALENT. Change your fractions to equivalent fractions. Remember, those are the second set of notes we took. Then, last, simplify. Oh, sorry, I'm constantly looking back. SIMPLIFY with GCF. Okay, these are three very, very, very simple notes or steps for you to do. Now, I'll tell you, I have notes from a few years ago that look like this. You don't have to copy them. If you want to pause it and read over it, you can. This is a lot of writing. This is all I'm expecting you to know. Now, there is more writing from, remember we took these three different notes. These are the chopping, the measuring, the chopping, and the cleaning, and putting this all together, we have the cooking show. Explain it to your parents because I'm sure they're like, do what? So, anyway, let's practice this. I'm going to model 2 for you. I'm trying to keep it short. 2 for you, and then I want you to do 2 yourself. Okay? So, this can work for adding or subtracting. So, I'll put that up here. Adding. Can't even spell adding. Or subtracting. Okay, I'll model 1 adding, 1 subtracting, and then you could do 1 adding and 1 subtracting. So if I had 7/18 plus 1/3. If this is, I'm going to put example 1. If I had this as my problem, first find your LCM. When you reference back to your notes, we're going to follow these steps for your LCM, okay? $18 and 3. I'm going to do my 3 facts first because I know them the easiest. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. And I'm going to stop right there because I know the first multiple of 18 is 18. So I'm going to be done. And it said to circle the lowest common multiple they have. So it says this is going to be your new denominator. Plus, because that's what we're doing, 18. It says change fractions to equivalent fractions. So we're going to look at those notes. So then what I have here is 7 to 18 equals something to 18. And we have 1/3 equals something to 18. Okay? Remember, just because each fraction is different. What you do to one fraction, you don't necessarily do to the other fraction. Remember we talked about it? What one family is allowed to do in their house, the other family is not necessarily allowed to do it in their house as well. So I'm going to say, how did 18 get to 18? That's times 1. So times 1, 7 times 1 equals 7. So since 7/8 was my first fraction, I'm going to let that be my first fraction of my new problem. And it's very important that you keep it in that order because when we're subtracting fractions, that's when it gets complicated. 3 times 6 got me 18. So 1 times 6 equals 6. Now I have common denominators and I can simply add them together. Okay? So I guess I should say, 2.5 add or subtract your new fraction. Okay, so 7 plus 6 is 13, and the denominator stays the same. So I've done 2.5. Now I need to simplify with GCF. 3, 13. Lord, I am speaking like State played the other day to Carolina. That was atrocious. 1 times 13. 2 times something doesn't equal 13. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing else besides 1 and 13. I'm going to do 18, 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. 4 doesn't go into 18, 5 doesn't, and 6 goes. We've already discussed that. The greatest common factor they have is 1, so that means that is my final answer. Okay, I'm done. I've done all the steps together, and now that's what I get. Okay, I'm going to do one more problem to model for you guys. Sorry this video is so long. Example 2. We'll say, I'm making this up off the top of my head. We'll say 4/6 minus 2/7. Okay, so the first step is find your LCM. So 6 and 7. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 40. Oh, wait, I messed up here. This is 42 and this is 48. Okay, 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. The lowest common multiple they have in common is 42. So I'm going to have 42 minus 42. Okay, so I need to, next step says change your fractions to equivalent. So 4/6 equals something to 42. Got that one here. And then 2/7 equals something over 42 here. Okay, so then how does 6 get to 42 times 7? So 4 times 7 equals 28. Because that was my first fraction, I'm going to put that there. 7 times 6, so 2 times 6 equals 12. So now, step 2.5, add or subtract your new fraction. So 28 minus 12, I'm going to have to do that over here because I don't know off the top of my head, which is okay. 1642. Now what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to do in the last step, simplify with GCF. 16 and 42. 1 and 16, 2 and 8. Does 3 go into it? No. Does 4? Yes. 4 times 4. And I'm starting to repeat, so I know I'm done. Here, 1 and 42. Ooh, 2 and 21, I believe. Yep. 3, let's see, 42 divided by 3. Ooh, 3 and 16. Oh, wait. 4 does not go into it. 5 does not go into it. 6 and 7. Okay. Now, because I'm going to start repeating, I know I'm done. What's the greatest number they have in common? It can be on either one. 16. So I'm going to divide by 16. The number you circle is the number you divide by. So that is my new and final answer. It's in simplest form. Okay. Now I'm sorry this video is so long. Because it's so long and so much, I'm going to take a, well, for a bonus. For a let me see if you can do these two problems. 2 2/9. Can you see that? Okay, 2/9 plus 4/6. And then the second problem I'm going to have you do is, let me see, I'm looking at my old notes. That's an addition. So we're going to do a subtraction. I was trying to get one with all the steps for you. Well, we'll just can't find them right now. So we're just going to do a normal subtraction one. 3/4 minus 1/7. Okay, do those two. Come back with the answer tomorrow.